Hi, my name's Drew Dellinger, and I want to tell you about the weekend workshop that I'm offering at Hawkwood, August 22nd to 24th. The title of the workshop is Creativity in a Time of Crisis, and the themes of the workshop are poetry, democracy, interconnectedness, and cosmology. Now, that sounds like a mouthful, but to me, these things are all mutually reinforcing and completely inextricably intertwined. The basic structure of the course is, most of the sessions are going to be a blend of craft talks on writing and poetry, including performance and publishing, if folks are interested in that. Mini lectures on these themes of cosmology, interconnectedness, democracy, and poetry, focused discussion, a lot of writing exercises and prompts, short walks in nature, as well as a concentrated sharing of poetry to steep ourselves in its rhythms, methods, and mysteries. So, as I've mentioned, to me, poetry and art are very cosmological. They are about how we as individuals and humanity as a collective can unfold and unfurl and blossom into the fullest and most beautiful expression of who and what we can be on this planet. So, poetry is a way of celebrating and dreaming into new ways of community, new modes of interrelationship, and new ways of exploring and expressing the depths within ourselves and within all beings. Thomas Berry said the historical mission of our times is to reinvent the human at the species level by means of story and shared dream experience. So when we talk about art, poetry, cosmology, story, we're talking about reinventing the human by means of story and shared dream experience. Now, the chance for us to be together in person at Hawkwood provides the perfect setting and context for this kind of work. We'll be able to experience the solidarity and communion and community on the often solitary path of creativity, and the beauty of Hawkwood's natural surroundings, where an ancient sycamore is fed by a hidden spring, provides the perfect setting for short creativity walks to stimulate our senses, attention, ideas, and awareness. And some of the things that I hope that participants will come away with include inspiration, ideas, tips, resources, energy, connection, camaraderie. I expect participants to come away with an overview of key concepts in eco-philosophy, new cosmology, and deep ecology, and a basic understanding of the cosmological perspectives of teachers like Thomas Berry, Brian Swim, Joanna Macy, and others. I expect people to come away with insights into the connections between ecology, social justice, cosmology, and worldview, and an understanding of interconnectedness itself as the bridge between justice, ecology, and cosmology. And I will be sharing some of my research on Martin Luther King Jr. as an ecological and cosmological thinker, and as an example of the ways in which ecology, cosmology, and social justice ultimately all intertwine and come together. So this course is really an invitation, an offering, an exploration, and a celebration. It's an invitation to invigorate your creative path and take yourself more seriously as a writer and creative, whatever that means for you in your journey. It's an offering of the tips, tricks, insights, and ideas that I've gleaned from 3 decades of teaching and from 3 decades of writing, performing, and publishing, from posting on Substack to working with editors and fact checkers at places like the New York Times and the Atlantic magazine. It's an exploration of the cosmological and ecological visions of thinkers like Berry, Swim, Macy, Matthew Fox, and Martin Luther King Jr. And this workshop is a celebration of poetry, art, and creativity, a celebration of the cosmos and planet, a celebration of our interconnectedness, and a celebration of the dream of democracy. Politics are a powerful issue that can be expressed through our poetry, our writing, and our creativity, but also celebration of the mysteries of the cosmos itself. For instance, here's a short poem I wrote called We Make Music. We exist amidst the scattered shards of shattered stars. We exist amidst the scattered shards of shattered stars, and we make music. We rock on this rock. We flow on this globe. We go from Muddy to Buddy, from Janice to Alanis, from Charlie Parker to Ali Farka, from Artie Shaw to Mardi Gras, from Madonna to Rihanna, from Raga to Gaga, from Ode to Joy to Soldier Boy. The earth was once lava and now sings opera. Our home is a poem. The planet is a sonnet. We exist amidst the scattered shards of shattered stars, and we make music. So one thing that comes included with the course when you register, or before the course starts, is that everyone's going to get a advanced electronic copy of my new collection, The Poetic Cosmos, a book of quotations on poetry, democracy, art, and interconnectedness. This has been curated from my 30 years of research and reading into some of the best insights and ideas on poetry, democracy, art, and interconnectedness. So I really look forward to gifting a copy of this to all of the participants in the course. And so thanks so much for listening to me describe a little bit of what I hope to do in this workshop. And lastly, I would just like to read a few more sentences that I wrote on the themes of this course. This is some thoughts on democracy and poetry. Poetry, broadly understood, is the process by which we encounter the cosmic realities/mysteries, engage with their depths, and reciprocate our creative energy in irreplaceable specificity. In a time of robot poets and algorithmic artists, humanity risks losing our connection to the soul of the arts and the purpose of poetry. In a time of fascist politics, authoritarian breakthrough, and assaults on the foundations of democracy and self-governance, such as fair elections, the rule of law, the peaceful transfer of power, free expression, and academic independence, humanity risks losing its mooring in the democratic vision of an open society. In totalitarian regimes, the arts are intolerable. The voice of the poet is perilous. Poetry reveals that we live in a cosmos of persons, expressing itself as a democracy of voices. Poetry reveals that we live in a cosmos of persons, expressing itself as a democracy of voices. The dream of democracy is the political expression of our biospiritual interconnectedness. Democracy is organized reverence for the sacred significance of each individual and a creative commitment to our collective unfolding. So thanks so much, and I would love to see you in this workshop at Hawkwood, August 22nd to 24th.